Hello everyone, welcome back. I want to talk to you guys a little bit more today about defeating body armor. Okay, I've done a number of videos in the past where I've talked about different techniques, um, and today I want to basically talk about fighting body armor and with specific reference to the 5.56 green tip. Okay? And why I think it's a great round. Will this penetrate body armor? Well, it depends on the class. I mean, the class 2 stuff, that's basically designed just to stop pistol rounds. So any rifle round will penetrate that. Okay, so it doesn't need to be a green tip to penetrate that. Even the regular 223 Remington will rip right through that. Okay, but then you start getting into the into the 2A and the 3. So now it starts getting thicker and thicker. As you get, as you maybe step up one, go up one step, the green tip, because it has that steel core, might make that difference. Okay, it might actually get that penetration. Now, what happens when you get up to the 3A and the 4? Okay, now those guys, they will stop these green tips. They will stop 308s. It's kind of funny. It's like I used to think of 308s as the better penetrators, but that's not actually the case. I did a recent steel test, and the green tips are actually better penetrators than 308s because of that steel core. I'll show you guys at the end what I'm talking about if you haven't seen the prior video. But as you get up to those those class 3As and the class 4s, okay, you're not gonna penetrate the ceramic plate. So in the past I've talked about different techniques. One in particular is the zipper drill. If you look up zipper drill or fighting body armor, and you'll see me practicing that particular drill. But the idea with zippering somebody up is that you're gonna start at the hip area and walk your shots all the way up to their face. So you go like boom, 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 boom. Okay. So why are we starting low? The reason is because as I'm moving around, if I'm running, as you can see, my head moves around a lot. The hips tend to move around a lot less, and also there's not going to be any armor down here. Okay, so hitting the hips first is going to hit an area that we know doesn't have any body armor, and then we're going to continue to walk those shots up until we get to the face. What we're doing is we're using the body shots to create an opportunity to get that face shot. Okay, if we try to go straight to the face, there's a good chance that we're gonna miss, and then they're just gonna basically take cover. Okay, if you start low over here, first of all, if they drop to their knees, well, now they're putting their head where their hip was before, so now you're gonna get that headshot anyway. And also, if they try, let's say if they try to move to cover, right? Let's say they go to run, now they're gonna turn to their side. Okay, so now again, you got, actually there's probably no plate over here. Okay, there could be plate, but usually there's not any plate on the side. So as they turn to the side to run to cover, now you're taking shots. So again, we're using this technique to try and create opportunities. Okay, better than if you try to go to the straight to the head, which again the head moves a lot. Okay, so that's called the that's called the zipper drill. If you guys look it up, start low, walk your way up. I really like it. I really like it with the idea of using these green tips because maybe you won't, let's say the plate is over here and maybe there's Kevlar around the edges. The green tip might penetrate the Kevlar because realistically speaking, you're not going to get a straight line up the center. It's just because you're probably in a situation where you're not as stable. You're probably going to zigzag a little bit, so you have a chance of hitting areas where the plate does not cover. Why are we focusing on this? Because in a real shit hit the fan type of situation, bad guys are probably going to get body armor. Not all of them, but some of them are going to get their hands on body armor either by having stolen it or from a job that they had in the past. Okay, because in that type of a situation, people that were once good might turn bad just out of sheer desperation. They're starving, they need food, they want to take your food. Okay, so that's a realistic type of situation, and we want to be prepared for it. So why the 5.56 round? The 5.56 round is, I find it to be the most versatile. Okay, it gives us great penetration, even into steel. Okay, it gives us, which is very, very helpful, especially in a situation where we're fighting down narrow hallways or doorways where you got bad guys coming at you and they're stacked one on top of one on top of each other, one behind the other. One bullet through the first bad guy is going to continue to go through multiple bad guys. So one bullet can get you like 4 or 5 kills. Okay, so you want a good penetrator. You don't want hollow points. Okay, you want stuff that will penetrate. In reality, all your people are going to be behind you. It's not likely that they're going to be behind the bad guys. Okay, so your friends, your family are going to be behind you. So over penetration is less of an issue in a realistic type of situation. Okay. SWAT teams, for whatever reason, are not concerned with over penetration, right? When they go in, they're using ARs with 5.56. So they've determined that it's the best round. I'm not going to second guess the experts. Okay, the 5.56 and the AR is the best round. Now the other thing is, you get that penetration, which is great in narrow corridors and through doorways, hallways. But the other great thing about this is that in a situation when you're now out in the forest, because these are so light, right? 100 rounds is 2.5 pounds. You can carry 200 rounds of this. Okay, 200 rounds of 5.56 is just 5 pounds. Because like I said, 100 rounds is 2.5 pounds. So the 200 rounds will be 5 pounds. So in a situation where you have thick vegetation like this, you might only get a glimpse of your bad guy. So you want, they might take a shot at you and then all of a sudden take cover. So you want to be able to saturate an area with gunfire and perhaps drive them in a certain direction. Try to flush them out to your buddies that are waiting for him on the other side. Okay, so you want that high volume of fire, and also the 5.56 also gives you distance. Okay, I mean the military usually often shoots these out to 500 yards. At 500 yards, this still has pretty much the power of a .38 special. So I mean it's not the ideal round for 500 yards, but it's effective. It is capable at 500 rounds. Would a .308 be better? Sure, it would be better. But at the same time, with a .308, you're not going to carry as much rounds, and it would be a disadvantage in a situation like this where you have a lot of thick vegetation, where you need to lay down a lot of fire to cover a certain area. The 5.56 gives us those three things. It gives us penetrating power. It gives us a high volume of fire that we can deliver, and it gives us a respectable distance. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually show you a steel target that I've shot with this. In case you didn't see the prior video, I'll give it a sec. Okay, so in case you haven't already seen this, this is a 1/2-inch plate. You can see how thick it is compared to the bullet head that's protruding. Okay, I shot this here with the 5.56 green tip. Okay, these two holes right here. Okay, this by comparison is the Remington 223. You can see it went in maybe 1/8 of an inch. This here is the AK-47. These 3 holes over here. So the AK round barely went in. It barely did a quarter of barely did the 1/8 of an inch. And then here I have my .308s. Okay, so even the .308. Okay, this is the deepest one there with the .308. It barely, pretty much the deepest it went is a quarter of an inch compared to the full 1/2-inch penetration with the 5.56 green tip. Okay, so even with the when I put this in the 7.5-inch barrel, right, and an AR with it still got some penetration. Okay, when same here, I just shot it with Remington 223. All it did was like kind of dent it. So the green tip really makes a difference. Okay, so again, even the .308, the green tip even beats the .308. Okay, that's the green tip. That's .308. It's the green tip. So especially for the money that you're paying for this, I mean, you get a lot of versatility out of this. You can get a lot more. You can carry a lot more rounds. So you get volume. You get penetrating power, and you can get some distance out of this. Out to about 500 yards. So this is my choice. Thanks for watching. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it. If you're not a member of my channel, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.